Hey Capricorn, can you feel the beat of your heart, the same rhythm that carried you through 15 years of trials? Ever since 2008, when Pluto first began touching your zodiac sign? That journey brought long days buried in office work, sleepless nights weighed down by family responsibilities, and quiet moments when you asked yourself, am I really living for me? In a world flooded with pressure, from endless deadlines to the non-stop scroll of success posts on social media, you stood resilient, like a blade of grass breaking through stone. You held your ground even when all you wanted was to pause. You kept going even when no one noticed how much it cost you to stay strong. But, dear Capricorn, that cycle came to an end in 2024, and what it left behind is you. Not the tired version of you, but one that is tougher, deeper, and more ready than ever. Now, as the first light of 2025 rises, the universe is calling your name. Step forward. Today we're going to reveal it all. The challenges you've overcome, the lessons that left their mark, and the path ahead that promises to shine even brighter. Hit that subscribe button, because this story was written just for you. You've just felt the heartbeat that carried you through 15 years of challenges, and now, as the dawn of 2025 begins to break, a new chapter is waiting. But to truly understand how you became the resilient version of yourself today, let's return to 2008, when Pluto began writing the story of your transformation. Are you ready to rediscover everything you've been through on that journey? Since November 2008, when Pluto entered Capricorn, you were pulled into a journey unlike anything you'd ever experienced. These weren't minor issues like missed deadlines or arguments with friends. Pluto, the planet of deep transformation, went straight into the core of who you are. It forced you to face haunting questions. Who am I if I'm not the one keeping everything together? What truly makes my heart come alive? It felt like a silent storm, long, exhausting, and unspoken. A storm that didn't destroy you but asked you to look deeper, to ask questions no one else could answer for you, and to stand in front of the mirror, not with perfection, but with honesty. And then, the pressure came from all sides, didn't it, Capricorn? You, carrying the disciplined spirit of Saturn, may have felt like the entire world was depending on you. You worked to exhaustion just to prove your worth. You held everything together for your family, for your team, even when all you wanted was to let go, just for a moment. In today's world, ruled by hustle culture, you are trapped in a loop. Perform, achieve, keep smiling. But deep down, you begin to wonder, who am I living for? Think about it. Was there ever a time when you felt completely disconnected from yourself? A job that once felt like a dream slowly became a burden, draining your joy. Relationships faded. People stopped understanding you, and maybe you stopped understanding yourself. You stood in front of the mirror and whispered, "Why don't I feel excited anymore?" That was Pluto, not letting you run, but asking you to stop pretending, to stop performing, to stop carrying what no longer belonged to you. Life, it reminded you, isn't just about fulfilling roles. It's about remembering the fire you buried. Then came the darker moments, the quiet ones you didn't talk about. Fear of failure, fear of not being enough, fear that if you let go, everything would fall apart. There were nights you lay awake, asking, if I'm not the strongest person in the room, who am I? Pluto didn't offer comfort, it offered clarity. It pushed you into the big questions, but it also helped you realize your worth isn't measured by what you do, it's rooted in who you are. Not what you produce, not how you perform, but the light inside you that never stopped glowing. Think of a Capricorn, maybe it's you, who led a team, hit KPIs, and came home feeling empty. or someone who supported their family, paid the bills, cared for others, but never heard, "Are you okay?" That's what Pluto brought. Not ease, not applause, but meaning, depth. And now, with that journey behind you, you are not broken. You are stronger. You are whole. You are ready. So tell me, Capricorn, what burden from the past 15 years has worn you out the most? Drop a comment. Share your truth. Because your story matters, and it's time the world hears it. Hey Capricorn, after looking back on your 15-year journey filled with challenges, have you ever asked yourself, why did I have to go through all of that? Let's step into the astrological mystery, back to where it all began in 2008, when Pluto initiated this transformation. Are you ready to uncover the reason behind it all? It all started in the stars when Pluto, the planet of destruction and rebirth, entered Capricorn in 2008, directly touching your first house. That's the part of your chart that defines who you are and how you face the world. With Saturn's disciplined spirit as your guide, you were used to building, enduring, surviving. But Pluto wanted more. It wanted you to be reborn, to erase the belief that your worth lies only in success or perfection. That journey was like a seed cracking through the soil, determined to rise from the dark. The world around you shaped this chapter too. From the 2008 financial crisis to the rise of social media, you were swept up in the pressure to succeed, make money, settle down, reach what society calls the peak. A dream home, a luxury car, a status update that said, "I made it." But Pluto paused you mid-run and whispered, "Are these dreams even yours?" That question swept through you like a wind, unsettling yet awakening the quiet desire to rediscover what truly matters. Then came the lessons, etched deep into your soul. Pluto taught you that true strength isn't about always being in control or appearing tough. It's about having the courage to say, "I'm tired, I need rest, I want to live for myself." You realized your value doesn't come from medals or praise, but from your heart, with its dreams and even its cracks. In a world that rewards masks and image, Pluto reminded you, saying, "I'm not okay," is an act of real bravery. Look around today. Everyone's showing off their luxury check-ins and glowing achievements. But how many are honest about their burnout? Capricorn, maybe you once chased that polished image too. But Pluto showed you something far more real. That happiness lives in the soft, quiet moments. A late-night laugh with someone who sees you. A dream you once buried, now coming back to life. Have you ever run after someone else's idea of success? Have you felt the pressure to be perfect at the cost of your peace? If so, share your story in the comments. I truly want to hear what you've been carrying. You've just seen how Pluto guided you through 15 years of soul-deep transformation, from the shadows of doubt to the clarity of truth about who you really are. But now that the chapter has closed, what lies ahead? Let's step into 2025, where the universe opens a brand new chapter just for you. After 15 years, what awaits Capricorn? Let's begin with a major milestone. In November 2024, Pluto officially leaves the sign of Capricorn, ending a 15-year cycle of trials, and enters Aquarius, where it begins to influence your second house, the realm of money, personal values, and self-worth. You're no longer caught in the storm of ego destruction and identity rebirth. Instead, this is your time to take everything you've learned over the past 15 years and begin building a life that truly aligns with your heart. It's like stepping out of a long, heavy rainstorm and finally feeling the warmth of the sun on your skin. The universe is handing you a chance to reshape it all, Capricorn. And the first thing you'll ask yourself is, what truly matters to me? It's no longer about chasing a number in your bank account just to prove your worth. It's about using your time, energy, and money to create joy, meaning, and alignment. You may choose a job that doesn't offer the highest paycheck, but brings you genuine happiness. Or you may spend your evenings with family, friends, or even just yourself, doing things that make your soul feel full. In a world where so many are overwhelmed by financial pressure and the endless grind, you're learning to live differently, aligned with what actually brings you peace. That is true abundance. Not something to display, but something you feel deeply within. Next, you'll experience freedom. Not just financial freedom, but mental and emotional liberation. The second house invites you to create stability on your own terms, not by someone else's standards. Instead of overworking just to meet expectations or maintain an online image of success, you'll start managing money in a way that supports your well-being. You'll learn to say no to draining commitments. You might even invest in a dream you once put aside, something that brings you alive again. This is the kind of freedom Pluto brings, not all at once, but as a gift earned after years of inner work and perseverance. And finally, you'll reclaim something you may have lost along the way, your belief in yourself. After 15 years of asking, "Am I enough?" you'll begin to feel it in your bones. Yes, you are enough. You are worthy of love, of rest, of dreaming big, and living softly. You'll finally feel the strength to walk away from whatever no longer honors your truth, whether it's a toxic job, an outdated belief, or a relationship that dimmed your light. In a world obsessed with perfection, you'll be the one who dares to live real, who says, "I am enough just as I am." So tell me, Capricorn, how do you want to begin this next chapter? Share it in the comments, and let's welcome the dawn of 2025 together. Hey Capricorn, you've just seen the new doors opening. Doors that invite you to redefine your values and rediscover who you are after a 15-year transformation. But now comes the real question. Will 2025 truly bring the light you've been waiting for? Let's find out what the universe has in store for you on the road ahead. Yes, Capricorn, 2025 will be a much brighter, lighter year. The heavy weight of the last 15 years? It's lifting. You'll feel as though you've just set down a burden you didn't even realize you were carrying, and now you're finally ready to move forward with an open heart. The stars are on your side too, bringing major astrological shifts that will shape your healing. Beginning in March 2025, Neptune moves into Aries, bringing waves of passion and new energy into your fourth house, your zone of home, family, and emotional roots. It's like coming home to yourself. This is a time to soften, to heal old wounds, and to rebuild the kind of love and connection that makes you feel safe. Not because everything's perfect, but because it's real. You'll rediscover warmth, like lighting a fire in the truest part of your soul. And that's just the beginning, because in May 2025, Saturn, your ruling planet, also enters Aries. This is big. It's your cue to begin building new foundations, not just in work or love or lifestyle, but in how you balance responsibility and joy. You'll learn how to create without burning out, like a gardener who knows when to water and when to wait. In a world still spinning in economic stress and hustle culture, you'll stand out, not because you do more, but because you've finally learned how to live in rhythm with peace. Look around at today's world. People chasing side hustles, comparing lives through Instagram filters, trying to keep up. But you, Capricorn, you'll choose a different path. Maybe you'll take on a flexible freelance job, not one that earns the most, but one that gives you space to breathe. Or you'll share your true story online, even if it's raw, and find that the right people will understand you. That's how you'll turn 2025 into a year of freedom, of quiet power, of inner light. Think of a Capricorn, maybe it's you, who once worked 80 hours a week just to get promoted. In 2025, that same Capricorn might cut back their hours, take a design or writing course, and finally begin earning from their passion, not just surviving, but living. Or maybe a Capricorn who once feared judgment will stand up, speak their truth, and inspire thousands. Is 2025 your moment to rise? If you feel it is, drop your biggest hope in the comments, because I'm here listening and I'd love to hear what your heart is dreaming of. You've just seen how 2025 opens up new horizons, where you finally get to live in tune with the rhythm of your own heart. But before you step fully into that light, listen closely to one final message from the universe. Are you ready to turn this 15-year journey into the strength that will carry you forward today? Capricorn, for the past 15 years, you've been a silent warrior, enduring long, pressure-filled days that no one else truly saw. Pluto, with its firm yet deeply loving hand, has taught you a powerful truth: that real strength isn't about grinding through pain. It's about having the courage to live for yourself, to let your tender heart and once silenced dreams finally lead the way. Now that this cycle is closing, the universe is handing you a key, not to keep fighting, but to open the door to your truest self. Are you ready to step through? Because this journey isn't just your past. It's the very foundation of your brightest future. And this right here is your moment to act, Capricorn. Grab a piece of paper and write down one thing you're ready to let go of. Maybe it's a draining job, a heavy thought, or a fear that's been holding you back. Then write one thing you're ready to welcome: joy, freedom, a dream you once buried. Stick it somewhere you'll see every day. And take one small step, like saying no to what no longer fits. You don't have to do it all alone, because the universe and the people who truly see you are here standing beside you. In a world where so many lose themselves to burnout or constant comparison, you'll be the one who dares to live differently, to choose your own path, to love yourself without needing to prove anything to anyone. So share that energy. Tag a fellow Capricorn who needs to hear this. Or pass this video along to someone who's been carrying too much for too long. Every small step you take today is a spark of light for your 2025. How do you feel about this new journey, Capricorn? Come on, make the universe proud. Hit the like button if this message speaks to your heart. And subscribe to this channel for more healing astrology to guide your way. What are you letting go of to enter 2025 with a lighter heart? Write it in the comments, and together we'll begin this new chapter. The universe is watching over you, Capricorn. Let your light shine.